Yep, testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Welcome to Tasmania Valley Road for this NPL Tasmania men's clash between the Devonport City Strikers, proudly sponsored by Buckley Motors and Ashgrove Cheese, and the Kingborough Lions. Your two teams for today's game. For the visiting Kingborough Lions, number 1, Masatoshi Kawano.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this coverage of this round 9 NPL Tasmania clash between the home team, the Devonport Strikers, and the travelling Kingborough Lions at Valley Road, the Portress. We'll run you through the teams now. The Devonport Strikers coach Tom Ballantyne today has selected Fletcher Cruden to continue in goals. Number 3, Dominic Smith. 4, Toby Barton. 5, Cody Sturzica. 7, Dylan D'Agostino. 8, Kieran Mulroney. 9, Declan Zazadny. 11, Colin Innes. 23, Liam Kelly. 24, Baxter 2. And 25, Raph Reynolds. On the bench for the Devonport Strikers, number 2, Connor Park. Number 10, Joel Stone. 17, Lachlan Van Newtigan. 20, Austin Marshall. 22, Brady Last. The visitors, Kingborough Lions, have travelled 3.5 hours down the highway. John Fenwick's men, Masatoshi Kawano in goals. And the number 3, Joe McShane. 4, Greg Downs. 5, Kim Hyun Min. 6, Maximus Pilar. 9, Noah Myers. 10, Eli Lutmer. 11, Emmanuel Ponce. 14, Rowan Pitt. 16, Hugo Schwartz. 19, Ryan Cook. And on the bench for them, 7, Alexander Brown. 19, Owen Verdu. 18, Hugh Carriers. 27, Victor Gordon. And 31, Jake Hayes. As the two captains meet for the coin toss in the middle of the pitch, Lutmer and Mulroney. Toss is done. Looks like the teams will stay as they are. Moments away from the start. I'm Camille Douglas, and I'll be taking you through all the action here today at Valley Road, where the 4th place Devonport Strikers meet the 5th place Kingborough Lions. And a fair bit on the line today for these two sides. Kingborough a little bit of a drift of the top 4. They sit 4 points behind the Devonport Strikers. And the loss today could see them, based on other results, sitting at least 7 points outside of that top 4, and their hopes of competing for an NPL premiership this season drastically dwindling for the Devonport Strikers. A loss or a draw today see them lose touch with that top 3. They trail 2 points behind Glenorchy Knights, 3 points to Lonnie City, and then on top they are 4 points behind South Hobart. So a victory today is crucial, particularly with Glenorchy Knights and South Hobart playing tomorrow, and perhaps drop points to both sides there would see them right back in the thick of the action. A few changes for both sides today as we are underway. Durinas, obviously for the Devonport Strikers, Bidwell serving a lengthy suspension after brawl in the last week's game against Kingborough, as Ponce comes forward for Knights. And then an early free kick for Chuckle and Pilara there. And Kelly is slotting in midfield for him. And then Last and Park also out of the 11 from last week. They're on the bench. And Smith and Sturzica have come in for the Devonport Strikers. An early chance to put the ball into the box here for the Kingborough Lions. It's drifted long towards the back post. First test for Cruden. Kingborough head onto that one, but over the bar. And not tested on that occasion. Cruden by Mees. Mees sitting in 3rd place, equal 3rd place in the goal scoring this season. Only 1 goal off the pace. Kemp and Morton of South Hobart on 7 goals. And then Mees on 6. Level with Taylor from Launceston United. Devonport Strikers leading goal scorers are both midfielders. Innes and Bidwell. So they're going to need some more production from their forward line, the Devonport Strikers, and for them they'll need that to start today. Earlier on in the season, when these sides met in round 2, Kingborough were victorious. Only 1 of 2 sides to beat the Devonport Strikers this season. McShane gets it to Downs, looks for the long switch. His pass is Arrington out of play just on the halfway line. The Devonport Strikers Have a throw in. Sadney shields the ball. Comes back to Sturzica. His attempt to play it up the line is deflected. Tied it up by Schwartz. Longer from Kawano and goals. A scrap for it in midfield. Sturzica nodding down. Mulroney under pressure turns it over to Ponce. An early chance here for Ponce. Can he get a shot away on target? He's very wide now. He's going to have to square the ball. He does to Mees at the top of the box. He delays. He finally pulls the trigger. And it's an early goal for the Kingborough Lions, who have struck at Valley Road. And Mees continues his scoring ways this season with a delightfully placed left-footed strike into the bottom corner in the goals. Cruden never had a chance, and Mulroney punished for the errant pass there. And an excellent start for the Kingborough Lions. 1-0 was the result in the reverse fixture earlier this season, and 1-0 it is to Kingborough Lions again here. On that occasion, it was a very late goal from Otto Schwartz in the 86th minute, which gave Kingborough the victory. On this occasion, we are very much in the early phases. You know, the third or fourth minute here, Kingborough Lions have roared into the lead they have. And exactly what Fenwick would have wanted for his men to start. They've had some indifferent form over this season, notably a victory over the Devonport Strikers, but also an 8-0 loss to the hands of the Glenorchy Knights. Unlucky to be beaten late last week by South Hobart too, so they've played some good football. I wouldn't say they're out of form. And certainly showing that here is Ponce again causing the Devonport Strikers trouble. He claims that's come off Smith. It has to be a corner to the Kingborough Lions, who continue their fast start at Valley Road this round 9 NPL fixture. Plenty to play for at Valley Road today. Neither team can afford to drop points at this stage. Corner comes in towards the front post, headed away. Chu heads down to Zadney. Off his shins, and that'll be tidied up. Cook comes along up towards Lutmer. It's going to come to Ponce at the back post. He strikes it first time on the volley. An extraordinarily difficult skill to master when the ball's bouncing like that. Coming across your body, giving the technique. Perfect is challenging, and on that occasion, Ponce not able to manufacture a strike on goal. Cruden. Goals, second week in a row for the Devonport Strikers, long up towards halfway as Adney flicks on. Innes, leading goal scorer for Devonport Strikers in the NPL this season with 4. The American import driving forward. Can you get them back into the game here? Turned over and away they come again. Glenorchy Knights. Mees rolls it out to Ponce. Overlapping Pilara. Man on the opposite side, but he slipped as he tried to switch the ball there, Ponce, and he's given it to Innes, who can now fire towards D'Agostino. Picked off by Lutmer. And long into the corner then from Downs. It's going to run out of play though. Not quite able to get on to the end of that one was Pitt. Smith. Carrying out from the back, longer, towards the Zadney. Nodded away. Switch right, can keep it in. Not on that occasion. Barton with the throw. And towards Kelly. Back to Barton. Playing his 100th NPL game today, Toby Barton. Has played that one over the park. McShane with the throw. Comes up towards Mees. Barton is placed in front of him. Does come to Mees. Tries to get back to Kim. Kelly in. McShane in. And that scrapping midfield is going to result in a goal kick for the Devonport Strikers. Some positional changes for the Kingborough Lions from last week's narrow loss to South Hobart. Kim is coming to midfield, which has pushed Schwartz back into centre half. And Cook has gone into left back. As Cruden forced there to tip that effort over the bar. He nearly made a hash of that. But he just did enough to palm that one away. He's given away a corner. Getting a chance for Kingborough to put some pressure on the Devonport Strikers' back line. Very much in vogue in modern football is to place these corners on the 6-yard box, to pack the 6-yard box and to put the ball in there and see what happens. But with the setup here at the top of the 18-yard box for the Kingborough players, it looks like as if it will be the more movement-focused corner. It's low to the near post. Victon off the crossbar, hit. An athletic attempt at goal. The right-footed volley, which he managed to steer onto the crossbar. And Kingborough very close there to a 2-0 lead. Down to Pilara. Barton kicks away. He copped a bit of a boot from Pilara. Both were going for the ball, so the official allows play to go on before blowing his whistle. A bit indecisive there. Perhaps the right decision was reached.
Second gear, come on! Second gear. Up here, Dad.
On from Cruden. And again, Zadney being asked to do a lot of work here from these longer ball hitters. Devonport Strikers have some space with Chu. He can run at goals here. He shoots from 20 yards but fires wide. Had the opportunity there to run at Cook, opted to strike instead and just cutting across that one. And it didn't trouble Cabano in goals. Mulroney, the veteran. Put it away. Out of play. Mees. The Devonport Strikers throw. And a bit of scrappy there. Zadney able to guide that first time pass into the path of a teammate. Throwing instead. Once more for Cook. So next in the league, the Devonport Strikers will have the Glenorchy Knights, another huge fixture here in NPL Tasmania. As Zadney attempts to play that one into the path of two. Couldn't find him. And the Kingborough Lions will play Riverside Olympic. And it seems to very much have portioned off into a top 5 and a bottom 3. One would expect Kingborough to get the job done there. I think all certainly anticipating a competitive fixture today. And Kingborough have made the faster start of these two sides. Mulroney to Reynolds to Sturzica. Pilara wins there. Reynolds in strongly and wins it back. Sturzica up to 2. Well shielded by Cook. Come back to Schwartz. Looking for an option. He might have to go longer. So he turns it over to Kelly, who gets it back. He can drive at the defence then. Innes now at the top of the box. He's got a couple to beat. The ball nearly comes to Kelly. Innes fires. It ricochets back off him and Kim lays it to Pitt. And Pitt, good vision, finds Pilara. He has Ponce wider. Uses him. Overlaps him. Back to Cook. Both teams struggling to find ways through the midfield, resulting in some longer balls or longer switches. One turned over again. Sturzica. Smith. Barton. Not in the same wavelength as Innes there. Turns it over to Downs. Lifts it into the path of Pitt. Barton tidies that up. Plays it up the line. No one home for the Devonport Strikers. Lutmer. A product of the Northwest Coast, unless I'm much mistaken. It's worthy of mention that Lutmer's captain today, stepping into the void left by departing captain Keenan Dowse, announced during the week that he's retiring from football, focus on life and career. Keenan Dowse, once a product of junior football and began his journey in senior football at the Devonport Strikers, has played for both clubs. Wishing him all the best as he retires. Cook over this one for the Kingborough Lions. Certainly the option here to go longer. It comes longer towards Mees. Mulroney jumps highest. It's going to come to the back post to Lutmer. He has Smith for company. Lutmer allows it to go out of play. McShane comes across. Lutmer's going to stay forward. And I think we can comfortably anticipate a long throw coming here. So Cook has trotted over from left back to the right wing to take this one. Gives himself a run up. Launches into the box. Flicked. Dangerous position. A high boot potentially. And a whistle has been blown. Momentary confusion. What has been decided here? No one seems to be sure. The Kingborough players and Devonport players both remonstrating. Indirect free kick. I think it is going to be an indirect free kick for a high boot in the box. An interesting result there, but an excellent opportunity for the Kingborough Lions to go further ahead. The Devonport Strikers built a wall in front of their keeper, Cruden. Smashed by Cook, blocked by the Devonport Strikers, and Cook will be disappointed there. Excellent chance. And he never really got hold of that one. I think he'd very much like to have his time again. There, Cook. Strange passage of play. Let's move up towards 15 minutes play here at Valley Road. Barton up the line. D'Agostino, haven't called his name much. To Kelly. Now to Innes. Promising for the Devonport Strikers. Innes drops inside. Has Chu. Chu has Josica overlapping him. Chu instead opts to fire into the box. And then comes to Reynolds. Back to Chu, back to Reynolds. Into Zazani. Bit of tiki-taka from the Devonport Strikers, but Cook alive to that. He slides in on Kawano. Kawano's delicate touch. And I think a free kick and not much more there too. Making a play on the ball. Kawano, bit of an athletic jump. Having to get out of the way of the approaching two, but no malice in that tackle certainly. Worthy of a whistle and a free kick.
And he didn't touch him, and it was about knee high. It was knee high.
That's like last week's goal you lot missed that. There was no foul, because there might be.
That's the last one.
You hear that last week?
Kawano slips as he takes that one. Devonport Strikers raffle off the header there. Reynolds down to Kelly. Turns away nicely from Pilar and tries to thread a pass through to Chu. Flying into a tackle there, Kelly. Ponce back to Cook. And he's up towards no one in particular. Really lift his vision there. Played that one on instinct more than anything deliberate. Barton tries to get that one in behind McShane to D'Agostino. Reynolds in well on Pitt. And well manned there, Innes. 2 or 3 Kingborough players on him, and Downs making sure that one went out of play.
We can't see you.
Barton waiting for an option still. Zazadny shows. Shields the ball well. Zazadny gets a turn away. He's got himself into a little bit of trouble. He manages to step away, but a heavy touch at the last moment. Always make Koana a favourite to get to that one. Some fancy feet there, though, from the big man. Koana. Mulroney heading forward. D'Agostino. Gets a little bit of a tickle in the back from McShane and a whistle. Barton longer up towards D'Agostino, but can keep it in. Does just enough. D'Agostino looked to ricochet off an arm. No whistle. Innes. And that one's just gone out of play. Kingborough throw. So an early lead taken here for Kingborough. Devonport strikers trying to work their way back into this one. Downs. Goes longer. Mulroney to Reynolds. Tries to flick. Trapping it might have been a better idea. Switched. Ponce. With the chance to run one-on-one at Sturzica. Chu coming across. And Sturzica does well. Now he drives into midfield. He'll claim that he was clipped a little there. And a yellow card for Ponce. Perhaps a little cynical from Ponce. Why he's picked up the yellow there. Sturzica running away from him and just put a toe in, clipping Sturzica's foot when he went to play the pass. Didn't allow him to get the pass away. Hence the yellow card. So Ponce the first with the slice of cheese here at Valley Road, this round 9 Football Federation Tasmania NPL fixture. Longer into the box, headed away as Mulroney and Downs wrestled. But comes to Zazadny. Gets it back to Barton. Then Innes. Forced all the way back. Mulroney. And Smith early. Smith looks longer, too long perhaps. D'Agostino not able to keep that one in play. The Devonport strikers here without Charles Boudwell, no best and fairest last season, having an excellent season prior to last week's fracas against Riverside Olympic. He'll be out for several weeks. And also without, as Ponce picks up the ball here, plays it forward to Kim, a great chance to get a strike on goal. He thunders at a goal. Cruden equal to the task. There's a quick counter-attack from Kingborough there. Saw Kim with the chance to unload, and he hit the ball well, but he did hit it straight at Cruden, who did well to palm it away and out of danger. And now Kingborough will reset. And a little out of nowhere there, Devonport had been on top. And all of a sudden Kingborough got forward and found some gaps, and Kim was there. And nearly profited. Pitt gets to the byline, gets it across. It's a great cross. Mees nearly got his head on it, and Sturzica just gets it clear. It's fortuitously fallen for Innes, the American. He plays square back to Sturzica. Chu caught napping there. Cook picked his pocket. And an errant pass there allows Zazadny onto the ball for the Devonport strikers. Comes to Innes, an opportunity to play in Zazadny. He does. Zazadny well across Lutmer at the last minute to snuff out the attack there from the Devonport strikers. Had he not been alive to the danger, Zazadny would have had a chance to get a strike away on goal. An excellent bit of defending and leadership there from Lutmer. As the Devonport strikers will take a corner, their first of the game. Yuta Nomura, I was saying just earlier against Riverside, he came off the pitch in the first few minutes of injury and not in the squad today. Into the box, Kawano. Great hands above his head there. Headed down by Sturzica. Kim. Pilar. Driving in midfield, a bit of space. He only really has one option here, which is Pitt wider. And that's an overlapping run. Pitt looks to cut inside. He twists and turns and gets it back out to Pilar. Might have to come back to McShane. And Kingborough work their way out of that tight little spot there. Interplay between Pilar and Lama. Cooking it hard. Reynolds toes away. Chu. Well tracked by Kim. Kim gliding forward. Bounces his pass off Smith. And Kingborough retained possession. Good vision there from Pilar to try and pick out Pitt, but he got his pass all wrong. Kelly. To Mulroney. That was it in Kelly. One of the boots of Bidwell today. Big boots to fill. Yes. Fires a long switch out to Sturzica, testing him to keep it in play. He does just enough to do so, getting a head down. And then Kingborough forced to clear. Mulroney reads it best. Sturzica. Kelly. Innes. Turns away. Has Sturzica. Wide. There's a chance to get the ball into the box here. He does. It's past to Zadney. Headed to the top of the box by Lutmer. Headed further away by Downs. Then further away by Kim. Pitt. Losing out. Down to Kelly. And then Lutmer will make sure this one gets away from the goals. Touch from me is down to Kim. He goes over a little theatrically. The ball played. And it chooses to shoot from 30 yards. Blocked. Down to Kelly. And Innes loses out. Strength of Downs there. McShane, great pass. Into Kim, who off balance, toes one in the direction of Pilar, who has to backtrack and pick it up. Mees. Now equal leading goal scorer in the NPL Tasmania. 7 for the season. Mulroney. Barton. Zadney. Peeled out wide to pick this one up. Nice little ball in behind to D'Agostino. A chance for the Devonport strikers. He cuts it back. Two was there, waiting to profit from the squared ball, but couldn't quite pick him out. A lovely outside of the foot pass there from Zadney. Had D'Agostino into a dangerous position. Devonport strikers unable to level the scores with that foray forward. And now Kingborough come the other direction through the animus of McShane. Pitt. Downs. Cook. Ponce. Pilar. Into the box. Awkward one for Barton. Heads it away. And then awkwardly cleared by Kelly. Kim. Cook. Devonport strikers throw. And Cruden on his haunches here.
Liam! Get the fuck up and come here! Now! Run! Run!
The official stop play for an issue with Cruden.
Get the fuck on the ball. I don't care if you make mistakes. Trust me, I don't care if you make mistakes.
There's Innes and Kelly getting some instructions from Valentine on the sideline. The Kingborough players holding a meeting in the middle of the pitch. Once the issue with Cruden is sorted out. Play back underway. And Innes to Chew. Had the option of D'Agostino. Instead opted to go for the Zadney run. Wouldn't quite slip it in his direction. Now Pilara. Ponce. Cook. Shooting it from Chew. He's fallen over. The linesman's flagged there. It looked like Cook had really gone over under the weight of his own movement. A free kick to Kingborough nonetheless. So we're spent half an hour into this one. Longer from Kingborough. Over moves his head to Barton. He looks to head down. And it's gone all wrong for Barton there. Pitt just getting there ahead of Cruden. Chipped back into the box by Pitt. A chance for the Devonport Strikers to clear to the top of the box to Pilara. He strikes. And it's wide. A corner must have been deflected on its way as the intended header from Barton to Cruden was read by Pitt, and Pitt got there and he just nipped away from Cruden. Cruden could have perhaps been tempted to nibble at getting the ball there, but perhaps wary of giving a penalty away allowed Pitt to have it. Corner in to the near post. Kim at the top of the box. Ball went out of play, so it will be a goal kick for the Devonport Strikers. Barton. Into Innes. Kelly. Barton. Up to the feet of Zadney. He shields that from Schwartz. Tries to get into the roll. To the run of Innes. Out of play. Thrown from McShane. Barton heads down to Kelly. Back to Smith. Smith. Out to Chew. Off Cook. Devonport throw. Zadney shooting the ball away from Schwartz. He gets a turn in a very tight angle. He squares it. D'Agostino. No. Kawano there at the front post. Easily lands on that one. His goal safe from another Devonport thrust. Longer. Very long. Over Mees and Smith. Pilara. Lovely. To Mees. He spreads it to Pitt. You can run at Barton here. Barton has Mulroney behind him. Always is going to struggle there with 2-on-1. But Pitt does well to keep the ball in play. Pilara, fancy feet, shot on goal. Left-footed strike never really was going to trouble Cruden, lacking the pace and direction. And Cruden easily able to land on that one. Cook reads that one well. Kelly, Reynolds, Smith. And a little late one there from Downs on Kelly. Free kick the Devonport Strikers. Devonport try to find their way through this Kingborough defence. Lovely ball from Reynolds into Chew. He picks out to Zadney. Was he onside? The flag hasn't gone up. So Zadney fires to the back post. No one home. D'Agostino bundles McShane over. McShane cleared the ball away. But a great passage of play there for the Devonport Strikers. And the Devonport Strikers have looked at their best from those kind of angles today. Getting the ball into the box in wide areas and cutting it back. And they're just going to need that final cut back to be right, to profit. Innes, corner, Kawano, punched away. Kim. Reynolds, no, McShane. To Kim. Ponce with Sturzica. Barton then. Smith. into Reynolds, turns away from Pons, who got a stray one from Reynolds. Reynolds fires into the feet of Zadney, a lovely turn and a great pass, but blocked. Ricochets back to Sturziger, drives into the box, clipped away by Schwartz, and the Devonport Strikers on the up and up, on the ascendancy here for the moment. Knocking at the door, is someone home for them? Personnel changes on both sides since they last met, the Kingborough 1-0 victory, but 1-0 it remains here despite the personnel changes in the sides between then and now. Bit of a flap at that one from Quano, but ball cleared away. Mulroney to Barton at the top of the box. What can the defender create? A little flick from Reynolds to Zadney, who's enjoying some great touches in the box. Fired at goal. Comes to Quano. And eventually cleared away. A great shot from Innes, causing a bit of trouble there as goalkeeper and defender raffled it off, and again Innes, but this time over the bar. So Zanny really showing some deft touches in the box. Getting into some dangerous positions. Just needs to find that final bit of space, that final finish to get the Devonport Strikers level. His opposite number, Mees on the other end, has done so for the Kingborough Lions. Chu. Sturziger. Hit that pass inside out, a little tricky. Out of play. Innes with space. D'Agostino making the run. Innes doing a little too much, giving it away. Downs. Perhaps he didn't like the run he saw from D'Agostino, forcing him to have to turn away. Pitt ricochets it off a couple and runs. Kelly stuck with it, and the Devonport Strikers win the ball back. Innes looking at the run of D'Agostino, didn't like that run either. And it's to Barton, has some grass in front of him. D'Agostino wide. Reynolds. Innes. Trying to work out here, the Devonport Strikers. Yes, being chased by Kim. Switch the play. Reynolds. Continue to try and play it out of the back line here, draw the Kingborough players onto them, draw the press onto them, and then find the gaps in the midfield. D'Agostino. McShane strong in the tackle there, forcing D'Agostino to go back. Innes. It's Mulroney. Choose come deep to pick the ball up if he can. There's an angle there and a chance to turn. Goes longer. Over to Sturziger, the flick off Ponce, and then a flick off Sturziger. Seems to be a Kingborough Lions throw-in. So just under 10 minutes left in this one at Valley Road. Hasn't reached any great heights as yet. The most important moment very early on here at Valley Road. Plenty of time for a final denouement here to this first half and game. Hasn't been particularly fractious or aggressive, unlike moments in the game last week for the Devonport Strikers at Riverside. Long throw. Innes down to Chu. He manufacture a way forward for Devonport. He has to come back to Reynolds. Not much width out here on the left wing, so he goes into midfield to Innes. And he has his pocket picked by the skipper, Lutmer, to Mees. Then to Pollara. Yes, Pitt. And a lovely switch there to Pitt. Centimetre perfect. Pitt then. He's got 3 to beat. Chase inside to Mees. Can he get a turn away? No. Only comes as far as down. We know he can hit them from range, and he attempts to. There, and rockets off the crossbar. Looked like it was going over perhaps, and Cruden maybe unsighted in the sun, but he didn't get a hand to it. And it dipped and struck the crossbar. Not the first time the Kingborough Lions have rattled the crossbar here at Valley Road. Then to Sturzica. Up the line. Nice attempted flick from Zasadny. Couldn't quite get it to 2. Much of the play in the second half, the second part of this first half. As Pitt disposes of Kelly, no free kick. Deemed to have gone down too easy. Cuts inside of Mulroney. Pitt, he should have shot, but he comes to Mees. He finishes instead. And the Lions roar once more with a roar that echoes through the venue. And the king of the jungle, Mees, majestic, untamed and unstoppable, strikes once more. And he claims this as his territory. With a strike testament to the pride of a Lion. Roared into a 2-0 lead at Valley Road. Pitt doing an enormous amount of work there, picking up the ball wide on the right wing, disposing of Kelly, then cutting inside Mulroney. When it looked like he had the goal at his beckoning, instead of shooting, he chose to square it. But a wise decision it proved as the goal scorer, now leading goal scorer in the NPL. Mees there to finish it off with aplomb for the second time today. A goal early in the first half, a goal late in the second half, and the Devonport Strikers with it all to do, an uphill battle here at Valley Road for them. Innes. Zasadny. Great ball out to Sturzica. He had to stretch though and couldn't keep it in play. And it looks like the creator of the last goal, Pitt, needs some attention. He's gone down on the field. Not in a good way. Devonport players a chance to regroup. This will be a test of the mettle of this Devonport Strikers squad. Trailing 2-0. Can they find a way back into this game? The old cliche in football is that 2-0 is the most dangerous score. It was only a few weeks ago here when Devonport led 2-0 against South Hobart and then coughed up that lead in the second half. The Devonport Strikers will look to turn that around here. 2-0 they trail here. Can they find a way back into this game? Does Ballantyne have some words at half-time? Tactical shift, a personnel change that will get them back into this game. Will it just take a moment of brilliance from one of Devonport's attacking players to get them back into it? It is a storybook. And as we turn the pages, we will find out what will happen here at Valley Road. Toby Barton. Innes. Kelly. Smith. Two cuts inside. Just to come back to Kelly. He rolls it to Innes. Option wide to left is D'Agostino. Barton behind. D'Agostino slips over. And McShane will see this one out of play. McShane deemed to have touched the ball, trying to fool the referee that he hadn't. Seeing it out of play, and it will be a corner. Is this where Devonport get back into this game? Innes over this one. Quano's been excellent at these so far. To the near post, D'Agostino wrestling there with knees and he loses out. Lovely turn from Palara. Lovely technical footballer, and he rolls it out into the path of Kim. Here's Smith. He comes back to Palara. Could it be 3-0 here? A flying counter-attack from Kingborough Lions. He's gone wide. He cuts it back. Mees, a hat-trick. He chops back onto his right foot and scuffs the finish. What a first half that could have been for Mees. So often in contemporary football, those transitions is the best way to get at your opponents when there's space to play in behind and run in behind is where the danger is, and certainly in NPL Tasmania that's where a lot of goals come from, those transitional phases of the game. Zadney. Palara, nearly the architect of a third there for the Kingborough Lions. Pitt is fit and raring to go. Toe in from Barton. Kelly to Barton. Innes. Chased by Kim. And much of this game is being played this way, with the Devonport strikers trying to play out of defence into midfield and work their way through, and Kingborough then moving in transition quickly. Innes, great vision into Chu. Looks to get it back. Doesn't. Now he does. There's one on him. Barton saw the space, played it there, but split the difference between Reynolds and D'Agostino. D'Agostino being asked to run in behind a lot for the Devonport strikers. Haven't really seen much of him on the ball, getting the ball at feet. The opposite side, Chu likes to tend to come and get the ball at feet a bit more. Long. Barton. Palara. Great vision, great pass. Ponce has been quiet. He fires a goal. Cruden equal to it. Dangerous there as Ponce cut inside. Yeah, his strike bouncing before Cruden, which can be awkward, but the bounce was true and Cruden palmed it away and his defence did the rest to get it out of play. Joel Stone with the ball there from the sidelines, one of the substitutes, the Devonport strikers. Expect to see him later on. Cook. I've already seen a couple of long throws from him. Here's another. Barton beats Mees on that occasion. Innes, who has been everywhere for the Devonport strikers. Mulroney. Reynolds. That stirs a cut. Well read from McShane. Reynolds comes in. There'll be a sneaky handball there from Reynolds, but unsighted the official. Play goes on. Innes picking so much of the football up. Looks to fire in behind. Can he pick out D'Agostino? Quano slow to come. Downs. Lutmer. That was. He played that off. D'Agostino and out of play. Quano. Mees wins that one. Pitt across there. Mulroney. Throw in. That one sounds like it was deflected on D'Agostino. Be Kingborough throw again. Barton. Downs. He kicks that one higher than he did long. Ponce and Chu wrestle. Chu getting the better. Up the line to a running Zadney. Schwartz calmly across. Plays it back to Quano. Kim gives that one away. Innes in space. Is this it for the Devonport striker? Step over. Switch. Sturska, room to deliver. Choose to run at the defence and cut it back. Probably not the right decision there. Had numbers in the box. Perhaps just taking a touch and delivering was his best choice. Instead, he drove at the defender and then tried to pass back to two, but his pass was read. And the momentum snuffed out. We are at a time here in the second half. Can't be too much more. We have had a couple of stoppages for Cruden and Pitt. A couple of goals, so we will play a few minutes here. We are in the final thrusts of this first half here at Valley Road, this round 9 NPL Tasmania fixture. 2-0 lead the Kingborough Lions. Pitt. Can't quite find Kim Reynolds. Longer towards D'Agostino. So often asked to run in behind. And McShane doing enough to earn a goal kick. A look at the watch. I imagine that will be the last play of the first half, and it is. As the whistle echoes around Valley Road to signal an end to a first half that sees the home team, the Devonport Strikers, trail 2-0 to the Kingborough Lions. Early goal to Mees in that first half, and then a late goal to Mees. The difference between the two sides. 2-0 it sits. And all the work to do for the Devonport Strikers. Kingborough have come the 3.5 hours up the highway, and they plan to return with 3 points as they make their way back this evening. Tune in 15 minutes' time to see how this one plays out.
With Macca's new $6.95 McSmart meal, you can choose your favourite side.
I like it.
Get a cheeseburger, small fries and soft drink, plus pick a side for just $6.95. Available every day.
I like it.
With Macca's new $6.95 McSmart meal, you can choose your favourite side.
I like it.
Get a cheeseburger, small fries and soft drink, plus pick a side for just $6.95. Available every day.
I like it.
With Macca's new $6.95 McSmart meal, you can choose your favourite side.
I like it.
Get a cheeseburger, small fries and soft drink, plus pick a side for just $6.95. Available every day.
surprised they actually take away or that they have to like try out. No, they don't have to. There are people that you always don't like to mainly. Yeah, it's people mainly, like we've got people from people in this game from Japan and Korea and America and people do all like this stuff plays comes in around the world comes back here and they do it just because they want to come and live somewhere else in the world. Yeah, maybe. And then they're from other clubs in New Zealand or big or whatever. I think the level of good crazy.
Take the head off.
All right, welcome back to Valley Road for this round 9 NPL Tasmania fixture between the Devonport Strikers and the Kingborough Lions. The Lions roared twice in that first half to give themselves a 2-0 lead here. 1-0 they beat the Devonport Strikers in the reverse fixture earlier in the season. 3-0 on aggregate. Doesn't give a strong suggestion that the Devonport Strikers might find their way back into this one in the second half, but they do have the home ground advantage. The home crowd. Now we words from Ballantyne and Fennick at half-time. What will we see unfold here in the second half? Players tired, the game stretches in the second half. So perhaps we can expect to see a little more goal-mouth action as this half unfolds. Underway. And already evident Devonport Strikers have made 2 substitutions at half-time. Looks as if Taylor Last has come in for Ethan Sturziker, and Joel Stone has come in for Liam Kelly. So, Ballantyne playing his hand. The youngster Last. A bit of a surprise to see him out of the 11 today. And then Stone, the veteran. What can they produce here in this second half? Last. Inside to Chew. Barton thumps into that one, ricochets to Mees. He's been at the double already today, a brace. His pass finds Ponce, who extremely ambitiously fires on the volley after chesting from some 30 yards on an angle. And unsurprisingly didn't trouble the keeper. Up the line. Mulroney handles that one seemingly. No whistle. Mulroney under pressure for Ponce, turns away. Calm under pressure there, Mulroney. Smith. Innes calling for the ball inside. He picks it up now. He has a few on him. He gives it away. Lara. And flying in the tackle there, Reynolds. Probably never likely to get the ball unless he went through the play, and went through the play he did. Kim not for the first time today. Fouled and on the ground. As the sun dips behind the trees at Valley Road. Long. Headed away. Comes to Mees. He gets it out square to Ponce. Ponce has last for company. Takes him to the line. Cuts it back. Deflected. Back post. Kim there. He has Pitt. Uses him. Pitt created one goal already. Shifts his weight a few times, trying to lose D'Agostino. Couldn't do so. He's going to have to come back, and he gives the ball away eventually. Now Stone, the veteran. He has Chew in the forward position. He lays the pass. No one in particular. McShane. Pitt. Tackle by Barton. Too slow. Teammates remonstrate with him. Sadney across to put pressure on the ball there. Comes to Barton, and Kim slides in very late. Play allowed to go on. He'll come back, and a yellow card for Kim. There was a play on the ball from Kim, but he was very late. Barton getting to the ball first, picking up a yellow card. A slice of cheese for Kim. Second player into the book today for Kingborough Lions. Inner stands over this one. The Devonport strikers certainly benefit from early strike here. To the box. Barton heads down. Chance for the counter then. Lara tries to turn away. Ponce, Palara. Great numbers here for the Kingborough Lions. Palara and Reynolds. Cuts back. A diving tackle from Reynolds. Perhaps Palara could have gone down. Decides to stay in his feet, and again, eventually Reynolds gets up and tracks back and wins that one for the Strikers. Heavy touch from two. Cook across. Out of play. Strikers throw. Choose volley, errant. Mees. Up to Barton, who plays down. Comes to Ponce. He loses out. Stone. Touches around one. Gets it into two. He turns away from Lutmer, and a whistle. And once more, the Devonport Strikers a chance to put one into the box. Not the best angle for firing a ball into the box. This one. We'll see what the Devonport Strikers elect to do. Once more, Innes over it. Towards the back post, strong hands. Mukwano as Mulroney came flying through. Towed away. Agostino's pass there and Pitt. Mees. Kim. To Ponce. Good football from the Kingborough. Player, an overlapping run. Cutting inside. Ponce gets past last. Numbers out in the end. With Mulroney stepping in. Chester down by 2. Palara. Back to Cook. Let's come back to Schwartz. Into Palara. Palara dumps by last and a whistle. Cook stands over this. Numbers forward for Kingborough. Substitution upcoming for the Kingborough Lions. Here's the ball into the box. No one gets a hit on it. Smith goes to ground and a tackle inside the box. Gets his foot to it. Ponce. Does get it across. Mulroney perfectly positioned to head that one away and out of play. Long throw upcoming. Cook once more wanders over. Not his longest of the day. It looked like it slipped a little out of his hands. He does get a great ball into the box though. Numbers there for Devonport. No Kingborough player in around the top of the 6-yard box. McShane. D'Agostino in on him. Cook there. Shifts his way, gets past one, finds Palara, moves out to Innes. Innes has been a driving force for Devonport today. His pass, left-footed, in between centre-back and full-back. Doesn't get to D'Agostino. Play those balls in between centre-back and full-back. A little bit easier to find the target when you're further up the pitch to play them, rather than going them long and off balance. Palara. Not in the same wavelength as Ponce there. Played him behind and Ponce is looking for it at feet. Mulroney to last. Palara. Mulroney in. Smith for 2. Cook gets the ball. A scoop from Reynolds. Zazadny chesting. Down to Reynolds. Composed. Gets it to Stone. He's going to have Ponce on him. And he has his pocket picked nearly. Stone. Losing out to Ponce. Reynolds. Now to Zazadny. Turns away from Lutmer. No option out to the left, so he's going to have to go by himself. He tries to cut back in between 2. The numbers went out. And now Lutmer. Kim. Lutmer continuing an overlapping run the centre half. He's going to get it on the right wing here too. As he continues his merry way forward. Has to find an option. He goes longer towards the back post to Ponce. Last does well. Palara nips inside. Can he get a strike away? He does. He fires. Keeper equal to it. Headed down by Ponce. 2 saves in quick succession for the Devonport shot stopper. Last to 2. And well out of play and into the bushes. Their agricultural clearance from Cook, and we will have a substitution. 2 of them. Brown coming on for Kingborough. And then Newtingham on for Devonport Strikers.
Who's showing? Where are we? Get the line! Referee!
D'Agostino off. Ponce off for Kingborough. D'Agostino's switched wings. The Devonport Strikers. Choose come off for them. So a number of personnel changes for both sides. It's going to be a yellow card for the Devonport coach. A slice of cheese for Tom Ballantyne. Throw for last. Reynolds stretching, keeping possession. Stone. Strong Stone. Rips away from Downs. Reynolds gets it to last. Inside to D'Agostino. D'Agostino fires on goal. Kawano equal. That's the best opportunity the Devonport Strikers have been able to manufacture here in this second half of this round 9 fixture. But at the moment it is Kingborough who lead 2-0. Last in on Brown. Kingborough bench not happy. It'll be just a throw. The Devonport Strikers, Smith. And losing out there. Says that, and he's battled hard. Presenting, holding the ball up. And once more, it is his opposite number. Here, Mees stealing the headlines with 2 first half goals. And that throw, did it come into play? Deemed to have come into play, so it will be Devonport Strikers throw. Line as we tick towards the hour mark here, Valley Road. Handled there clearly by Cook. And a good position here for the Devonport Strikers to get a dangerous ball into the box. They'll put their tall timber forward.
Push the arms in the box again.
Ennis to deliver. Polaro, the one-man wall. Kawano organising him. Been imperious in goals thus far. Kawano. Ennis. Drifts it at goal towards the back post. And Mulroney in on Kawano. And the Kingborough bench not pleased with Mulroney's challenge, but Kawano continuing to be strong in net for the Kingborough Lions today. Rose caught the ball, and even under the challenge from Mulroney was able to hold on to possession. Ennis likely to be disappointed with his delivery in that particular free kick. Kawano bounces off Stone. The youngster, Van Newtingham. Stone glides away from the defender. On the same wavelength as the youngster there, and he will clear up the line. Pitt spinning. A flick on from Kim to Mees. Back inside the Pitt. His pass chopped out. And they battle for it in midfield, and Kingborough will have a throw just on the halfway line here. And it's been a scrappy here thus far in this second half. One imagines the game ticks on, it will be Devonport who'll be asking the questions, given they're chasing the game. Just the natural psychology of the game tends to lend itself that way. Stone. And again, just not the connection between the Devonport Strikers forward line and their midfield. Smith. Longer. Towards last. D'Agostino drifted in deep to pick up the ball and deemed to have handled the ball for last. In this last half hour, rocking the Devonport strikers conjure. Smith, up best. Palara. And it's in. And once more throwing. A big result this would be for Kingborough. They'll close the gap on the Devonport strikers and close the gap on the top four. Milwaukee and South Hobart due to play each other tomorrow. Points dropped there. Perhaps a draw will be what both these teams will be wanting from that game. And Brown gets it out to Pitt just behind him. He still gets a chance to clear his feet and strike off balance. Great chance there for Pitt. Brown's past him, was just behind him and didn't allow him just to get it out in front of him. He had to just check his run a little bit. And Devonport able to get numbers back. It's just been those moments in transition where Kingborough have been most dangerous today. They turn the ball over, they move it quickly, they found good opportunities. Long throw, Cook. Last. Brown in, Kim. Mees. Nice idea from Palara back to Mees. Didn't quite thread the needle. The eye of the needle. Kim. Into Mees. Great interplay between the Kingborough lines here. Pitt on the right wing with Barton. Kim drops off to pick it up at the top of the box. Pitt goes to the line, drives it across. Keeper has to get a foot out and clear and does well as the lights come on the pitch on Valley Road. Kim goes over, no chance of a whistle there. And now, as the tide, let's get tired, the game stretches. Stone makes a run. Innes, not for the first time today, just holds the ball until he finds the run he likes. Stone looks to come inside. Instead, has to slow down and come back. No options back, so he has to go forward. Van Newcombe not able to get on the end of his pass forward. And Devonport strikers' vision of an attack not coming to fruition quite like how they would have liked on that occasion. Devonport strikers staring down the barrel of the third loss this season. Off the head of Mees. Cook. Headed by Mees. Mulroney. Reynolds in space. Gets the pass to Innes. And he drives. He's in the half space. Can he find the pass he wants? D'Agostino's there. Innes goes by himself. The left-footed strike. And Stone gives the free kick away. Is that a slice of cheese? No. Cynical foul from Stone. But with his facing his own goal there, unlikely to get that yellow card you often get for stopping a forward attack, even despite the grabbing nature of the foul. Chested down by Mees, it does come to Stone. Smith. D'Agostino. Asking a lot of Zadney to run in behind two there, but stretching his long legs and getting to the ball first, Zadney. Great effort. Can he get something in here? Zadney. He gets one across. It's long into the back post. Stone will get there first for the Devonport strikers. He has two for company though, Stone. And does earn the throw. Claims he's pushed. Ignores the hand from McShane. Stone. Innes. Driving into the box. Can he do it all himself, Innes? He's got 3 or 4 with him. He fires on goal. Ricochets off the upright. Then Newtingham hits it well. Comes off McShane. Stone steps over it a couple of times, flicks it to Innes, tries to cut inside, comes to Van Uningham, and again a block. Desperate Kingborough defending as Devonport Strikers have to come back into this one. And a heavy challenge from Barton, who claims he was shielding the ball, thumps the ball into the ground in disappointment, but Kim will be left rattled by that one and trying to catch his breath. A heavy challenge from the player playing his 100th game for the Devonport Strikers today. And into the book and a slice of cheese for him. He'll have to be careful for the last 25 minutes of action here at Valley Road. The game's sparking to life there momentarily. The neutral will claim that the best thing that could happen now in this game will be a goal just to lift the tension. At the moment, the narrative tension not quite there as the Kingborough Lions hold a 2-0 lead. And the Strikers trying to find a way back in. And Kingborough looking to find a way. Signal the death now. Colin Innes. Great effort from McShane. Pierce. Not really the pass you want to be playing square inside of 30 yards of your own goal. Reynolds, the pivot for the Devonport Strikers, finding himself in a forward position, and eventually the ball comes out. It'll be a goal kick. And Kim will depart for Kingborough, having served his shift. And 2 substitutions here. Pitt will also depart. Gordon and Verdu coming on for Kingborough Lions. So both coaches have emptied their benches. They've played those cards. Now let the chips fall where they may, as they would say in poker parlance. Innes, Stone, a scooped pass over the top to D'Agostino. It'll be on the bounce. Cook goes over. D'Agostino tries to fire in between legs, but Schwartz did enough. He keeps it in play. Gordon flicks, not bad for a first touch. Stone in heavy on Pallara. Innes then in heavy on Pallara. And Pallara goes over. Innes. Dean drags him down.
You should have played the fucking first one. It's from back there, Cody.
And time the enemy here, the Devonport Strikers then. Longer from Cook. Mees does well. Gordon, the substitute. Strange kind of square ball to the top of the box. Innes.
Go.
Trying to carry this team here. Barton. The youngster, Van Uningham, can't get it to Innes, so turns it over to Pallara, and this is where Kingborough have been most dangerous today. Brown. Gordon. Last does well. Smith then. D'Agostino's come deep to get the ball. Not an ankle for him, so Smith has to look longer. And Zazadny continues his wrestling match with Schwartz. Zazadny, lovely piece of play there to Innes. Innes, can he get a strike away? He does, and comes off the trailing foot of Schwartz and up high. And a delicate touch from Pallara, then into Mees. Smith gets it back to Mulroney. Gets it to Reynolds, back to Smith. Patient from the Strikers. And they'll recycle possession. Mulroney into Zazadny. Great touch again. He's been excellent today, Zazadny, without the final reward of a goal. Stone drives into the box. Can he manufacture something and forces a clawed save? And D'Agostino from inside the 6-yard box when the goal was at his beckoning. Volleys over the bar. It was an awkward volley. You have to stretch for it, and that naturally means that you're, based on your body position and the angle of the boot, you're always likely to to lift the ball, and on that occasion he lifted it too high and over the bar. And the best opportunity for the Devonport strike. Excellent from Stone. Not sure how he managed to manufacture a shot from where he was that challenged the keeper, that forced him to palm it down in D'Agostino's path, but the Devonport strikers might come to rue that miss. Free kick for Devonport. Stone takes it quick out to D'Agostino. Better from the strikers. Gordon across well. D'Agostino. Last. Innes. D'Agostino. Better from the strikers. Innes to the byline. Has to find a delivery. Checks. Ricochets off Downs. Fires on the left foot towards the back post, and that's over everyone's head. Verdú will see that one out of play. Started last week, Verdú. Relegated to the bench this week. As did Brown, who came on, started last week. Both get their chance here in the last 20 minutes to make an impact. Long then from Quano. Interesting tactical dynamics here today, really, of these two sides. Played it short out of the back from the goalkeeper, most often going long. 2 weeks ago here, South Hobart and Devonport strikers, both teams played out short quite a lot, either reflective of high presses or the planned decisions to play the game that way. Smith, Stone, the veteran. Lovely touch from D'Agostino, the last tries to wrap one round into the byline. Pass intercepted, knees touch a little clumsy. Gordon goes over, puts it out of play, earns a free kick from the tackle from Reynolds. And Cook once more, long to Mies. Barton in hard. He gets it long to Sadney, not looking at the football. And then kicks it away. He might pick himself up a slice of cheese here, Sadney. No. Yeah, the ball long and over his head, and didn't stop to check where it was, just jumped in hope of disrupting the defender. Official wires to that ploy, and the whistle was blown. You know, lots of whistles in a stop-start nature of the game here would be advantageous to Kingborough. The more they can break up the game, the better. The more they can slow things down. So they want time to tick away. And Cook, agriculturally, just thumping that one forward. It goes out of play. Smith wanders over. Long. Out of the way. Smith. To Mulroney. He's got the switch on through Barton. And into Innes. Stretched the pitch nicely there. Made the opportunity for Innes. He's cut back. Off Downs and a corner for the Devonport strikers. It's moments like these are going to have to make count, Devonport. Innes. Longer to the back post. Guano palms away. McShane does enough. And the Devonport throw. Mulroney looking to take it quickly. No options that he likes. He does get it to D'Agostino eventually, but Cook's going to see that out of play. And another substitution for the Devonport strikers. Connor Park, which will be coming on.
Toby.
Park will be a direct replacement for Smith. This is Adney coming off also. The strikers. And Austin Marshall coming onto the pitch. And looks like just some positional changes here. Devonport going to so Reynolds has gone from the pivot in 6. He's gone back into centre back alongside Mulroney. And Toby Barton has been thrown forward for the Devonport strikers. Marshall onto the right wing. D'Agostino back over onto the left wing. And headed down. So it looks like Devonport are going to go direct to Barton. So they consider Barton to be the best in the air of anyone. Van Newton. Strength from McShane. The Devonport fans not pleased with that. Reynolds. He's played plenty of football at centre back, so it won't be in a strange position for him. Innes looking to spin away from Brown. Brown does enough. Throw into the Devonport. In the last 15 minutes of regulation. Park, the substitute. Started last week. And Smith had divided time alongside Mulroney this season. At the heart of a Devonport defence. Mees allowed to carry the ball some distance. His pass then out to Vadu. Just asking a little too much. And out of play. Again, it really is Devonport asking the questions then here. Just with the balance of the game the way it is. Space for Stone. Gets it to Barton, who's flicked to Marshall. He'll challenge Cook. Cook just keeping it simple. Putting it out of play. Not overcomplicating it. Barton. And he looks to play it off Cook. Doesn't get it off him, out of play. Time ticking away for Ballantyne's men. And Fennick on the touchline for Kingborough Lions, more than happy to see the time disappear. The side have created the best chances today. And they lead 2-0 because of it. Cook then. Going up the line. Off Mees. Devonport throw. Last sealing quite a few yards there. Goes back to Mulroney. Gets it down to last. And they'll switch to Reynolds. Innes is there. Gets it to him. Innes then gets it to last. Just a little heavy the pass, and they decide to wrestle each other, or perhaps at last wrestling most of all. And he's penalised for that.
Eli! First one he grabs it.
Mees must be sick at the side of Mulroney in defence. Mulroney coming over the top. Ball out of play. Linesman's flag up. And the Kingborough players on the sideline and fans giving it to last there as he allowed that one to go out before striking it. Speaking of striking, can the strikers strike? Stones gives past one, kills the ball forward. This is probably they're going to have to start going route one, the Devonport strikers. Route one being footballing vernacular for just long and direct. And unceremoniously kind of scuffed forward there by Downs. It worked out nicely. Innes, Van Newton. This is where Devonport just struggled a little in that final third to conjure the chances they would have liked. Mees, Clara, Great run from Gordon. He's got Reynolds. And runs straight into Reynolds. And you to Mees. And wide to Brown. Is it a third for Kingborough? No. Park. And then Innes once more. Curling ball out to Marshall, who sprints. He's going to pick it up in the 18-yard box. Is this the moment for the Devonport Strikers? Gets to the byline. Tries to chop it back. Just delivering hard across the box in the direction of Barton is the best option. And good tracking from Marshall. The ball awkward for Mees. Falls to Reynolds. Innes. So much on his shoulders here. Stone. Can he find that creative moment that he has so often? Marshall chest down. Just not quite delicate enough to allow him to get the strike away. But a lovely delivery from Stone. This is it. The moment then. Devonport Strikers, they send Mulroney forward, leaving fewer and fewer men back. Stone is going to have to come back to Reynolds, who will deliver. A touch, a deliver. Barton, Mulroney. The veteran. An outstanding chance to get Devonport back in the game there. A challenging one, the defender jumping in front of him, so perhaps unsighted as it came onto his head. And Kawano was glad to receive that one. Low down. Without much challenge. High from Downs. Stays in play. He's always favoured there over Last. Last does well. And then Mulroney hooks that one out of play. And pleading for a free kick there for the challenge from Mees on Last. The Devonport Strikers bench. No whistle. Just a throw. Well inside the final 10 minutes then. We'll take something very special for the Devonport Strikers to steal a point or more from this one. Through the legs of Mees there, Mulroney Last. Inside to Stone, who shifts away. And Stone gets a free kick. He gets it from Pollara. Leaves it for Last. Reynolds. This one will be long as they get the numbers forward.
Good, Cody.
Reynolds. Nicely weighted. Mulroney over him and over everyone. And then thumped away. Throwing the Devonport Strikers. Park throws to Reynolds. Rolls it to Innes. Width from Last. The switch is on if needed. Pollara right to that. D'Agostino picks it up in the half space. He turns and fires it out towards Last. Can he get a delivery in? He does to the near post. Played away above Adu. Reynolds goes in. It's a nice ball into Barton, but Schwartz jumps and it's a flicked goal and it's fantastic from Innes. And the Devonport Strikers are back in this one. And what a goal, what a time from what a play he's been today. The American, when the Devonport Strikers needed him most, delivered. He's been at the heart of so much of the good work for Devonport today, and he gets his just desserts. And we are then set for a grandstand finish at Valley Road with just over 5 minutes and then added time to play. Here's the moment then, Devonport to continue to go direct. They pinched one. And the old adage in football is that 2-0 is the most dangerous score in football. Will that prove the case today? His last skewed cross nearly found its way into the top corner, forcing Kawano to make a flying save to put it around the post. And all of a sudden, Devonport are back into this one. In from Innes. Cleared away from Mees as he rises highest. There's the tension you can feel around Valley Road. It's a little quieter now as everyone holds their breath for these final moments. Stone shapes a delightful cross as Park comes crashing in. No free kick. Yes, the whistle goes.
You, yeah, why do you want to step back? You okay? Yeah, do we need someone? Yeah, you, big man. That's what we do, Noah. You're the big man. You stay out there.
Set for a big finish at Valley Road. This round 9 NPL Tasmania fixture, so much on the line. Neither team really can afford to drop the points here. Both will want the 3. Kingborough currently hold that. And with so little time left, perhaps the best Devonport can imagine for is to just pinch 1 point from this. Stranger things have happened in football, though. Can Devonport find an equaliser? Can Kingborough put this one to bed? Joel Stone gliding. Plays it off McShane. Devonport throw. Will they set up for a longer one? They will. Park the throw.
Okay, get in there.
The head of Barton. It's likely where this will go. It's marked by Lutmer. It's over them. Comes to Marshall. Headed down. Van Newton at goalward. Never likely to challenge. Kawano that one. Gently side-footed in the direction of the goals. Kawano launches them forward quickly. Asking a lot of the youngster. They've an error here from the Devonport strikers. As Park headed back in the direction of the keeper and deemed to have caught the ball outside his box. There were remonstrations immediately from the Kingborough bench, and it was relatively blatant to see from where we were that was handled outside of the area. And all the while, as they deliberate over the decision here, the linesman and the referee, time ticks away for the Devonport strikers. We're hoping for a sending off with the Devonport shot stopper there. Not on this occasion. Final moments at Valley Road. 2-1 the score to the Kingborough Lions. 2 in the first half to Mees. And then 1 for the Devonport strikers to bring it back to 2-1 from Colin Innes. Is there a final twist and turn? What is the final denouement here at Valley Road? Ball into the box and just wide. And Devonport will look to get this one out quickly. They come to last. Last will just have to go long. He comes up the line, read by Pilar. It had to be longer from last. Then to Gordon. He goes to the corner. Mulroney thumps it off Pilara. Kept in play, handled by Mees. No whistle. Comes back then. Downs. And he goes longer. It's just going to go out of play there. As maybe he was looking for the touchline for a throw-in. Doesn't succeed. He gets it for a goal kick. And now Park has a chance. Innes asking for the ball inside. Park's going to drive forward. Now he comes to Innes. Innes. Back to Reynolds. This is where it goes long. Instead he drives it into Mees. It has to be longer into the box now from the Devonport strikers as we tick towards the end of regulation. Gordon dragging on Park. This does give the chance for the Devonport strikers to get their taller players forward and just go long and direct. Reynolds. It's a low trajectory. An interesting choice. Stone shooting the ball, flying into the tackle. Reynolds flies into the tackle, gets the ball, showed his studs. A little dangerous, but he does enough.
Come on, ball in the box! Get the ball in the fucking box!
Ballantyne imploring his players to get the ball into the box. That's where the danger is now. Not time for tiki-taka. Not time for patiently building out of the back. It's only time to get it long and direct. Out of play, another Kingborough throw. And just playing for grass there. Player's going to keep it in, take it to the corner.
Ozzy, go help it, go to the ball, Ozzy.
And Brown, Kingborough having enough energy here just to keep the Devonport Strikers at bay as they take the seconds off the clock. To the corner then, Brown, and that's going to be a goal kick to the Devonport Strikers. It has to be long here, just has to be long to the head of Barton.
Fucking speed up next time!
Substitution, Carrius looking to come on. And Pollara doing the routine, taking his shin pads out, just taking the seconds off the clock, getting the hurry up. And Code. This will be short to Reynolds and then long. Short to Reynolds and then long. There it is, long. Mulroney, Marshall. Final chances, final moments, final seconds, final opportunities. Bounces off last. They go for a long throw in or a quick throw in. We're out of time. Has to be the final seconds of the clock. Fires in from Reynolds. It's going to be a raffle. And Brown is the winner. He just gets it long. It's going to have to be thumped back. And it is. Not a bad first time strike over the head of Barton to Mulroney, the veteran. Can he pull off the spectacular? He looks to play in behind to last, but there's just numbers for Kingborough when there really should be for Devonport in the box. A little clumsy into the back. Just a throw. No, it is the free kick. Innes, this will be perhaps the last play of the game. He's pitched a yard or two there, Innes. Can the Strikers pinch a point late at Valley Road? The venue holds its breath. Innes into the box to the back post beyond Kawano, off Barton, and a goal kick or a free kick. Either way, it's Kingborough ball. And all eyes on the official. How much more at a time will he play? There's been a huge number of substitutions, not too many long stoppages. As he checks his watch, no whistle on this occasion. Headed forward by Park, it's going to go out of play. And Kingborough will make sure this doesn't come back into play in a hurry. Final moments is this Devonport season. There's another 3 drop points. Create a gap too large to South Hobart. Couldn't say so at this point in the season, but there's 3 points they could little afford to drop, and Kingborough get their season back on track with another huge victory over the Devonport Strikers here, unless there is some late drama. Marshall gets it to last. This has to go long. He comes back to Marshall. He spins. Reynolds, this has to go. Devonport are more patient than perhaps this commentator. Innes. Stone. Heavy. Van Utigam to the touchline, and a goal kick, and the Kingborough Lions bench roars in rejoice, and I imagine momentarily there'll be another and defining roar when the final whistle goes, as the Lions will have sealed victory. Does it come now? Still no whistle. Play goes on. Park, Stone. And Downs, the veteran, just thumps it away. Gordon into the back of Mulroney. Mulroney fending. The referee not stopping the game. It is a head that is being held. Usually that would dictate stopping the game, but at this moment, perhaps not deemed necessary. He does get up, Gordon. Keeper comes to collect. Play allowed to go on despite the Kingborough player being down. Remonstrations from the Kingborough bench. A scuffed ball forward from Reynolds. Play going on. Drama everywhere. Late from Marshall. Downs gets it forward. But the whistle is blown. It is all over Valley Road. The roar from the Lions bench. And the king of the jungle they are today, the Kingborough Lions. 2-1 victors. 2 first half goals for Mees. Saw them lead 2-0 at half time, the Kingborough Lions. The Phoenix men wouldn't score again, but Devonport could only muster a singular goal in that second half. One from Colin Innes, a volley into the net. Perhaps Devonport's best player today. But that wasn't enough for the Devonport Strikers. It made for some late drama, but Kingborough did enough to hold on in the end. And 2-0 victors, the Kingborough Lions, their season back on track. And Devonport left to scratch their heads and do some soul searching, as both of these sides will have a week off next week, as we have the cup final here at Valley Road, and we hope you all tune in for that one as part of our Football Federation, Football Tasmania coverage of top-level soccer here in this state. So in the end it was 2-1 in this round 9 NPL Tasmania fixture. The victory to the Kingborough Lions over the home team, the Devonport Strikers. Thanks for tuning in today. I've been Camille Douglas. See you here next week for the Lucasell Jack Cup and Women's Statewide Cup finals.
Australia.